Knicks
Yo.
Knicks pull out uh Knicks pull out an ugly win.
To say the
Yo,
very least.
yo, that was an ugly win, man. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that win. Even though it wasn't the most pleasant win. I think like like we said, before we started um this live is, we pretty much did it to ourselves.
Yeah.
We pretty much did it to ourselves. Um, I think I'm gonna start off with the turnovers. Okay, 17 turnovers, 17 ugly, nasty turnovers.
And they were like really careless turnovers. It wasn't like,
What up, Purple
hey,
Knicks? What's
Ed,
goody? Appreciate you.
it's like in the open floor, we're turning the ball over or making stupid passes when we have the lead and don't need to make that pass. Like they were very careless turnovers. Um,
Yes, I gotta agree. I gotta agree. You got 5 turnovers from Julius Randle. Six by Jalen Brunson. That's those right there. That's half of the turnovers alone by your two stars. Um, you had DiVincenzo with three,
mm-hmm,
um, Hartenstein with two, and OG with one.
mm-hmm.
And some way, somehow, we still most of our players ended up on the positive side of things than the negative side, which
Right.
is, you know, I think the only guy that was a negative was Quentin Grimes, who was scoreless today in 19 minutes.
Yeah.
He was the only one. Um, but other than that, man, them turnovers was killing me because it
Yeah.
was real careless turnovers, like
Yeah.
turnovers that we shouldn't be happening. Like if you go around and you look at the turnovers, yeah, there's stars out there that's averaging more or less, turning the ball over. But, against teams like Washington, you know, teams like Houston, gotta take care of the ball, man. You gotta
Facts.
take care of the ball.
And
You
on yesterday's show, I said it. I'm like, we played a hard game yesterday, down to the end,
hmm
basically. You know what I mean? And I
hmm
said it
hmm
at the end of the show. You know, I hope we're rested for today because it's a back to back. Regardless of how good or bad a team is, you never count anyone out. And for sure, they came out hungry, and you saw it on the defensive end. You saw it throughout the fight that they gave us all game. It should not
Yeah.
have been nowhere near this close of a game. If you look at records, you know what I'm saying? But on any given night, you can lose to any given team.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And I think that in this game, they took the Wizards lightly. You know,
Yeah.
they
Or they
took
were
the
just
Wizards.
tired. I mean, yesterday we played a hard game.
No, we did. We definitely did. And it carried on to this game. The second stat that I want to bring up was the 3-point shooting.
Horrible.
Horrible in the first
Terrible.
half. It was terrible. I mean, we
I
couldn't
mean,
knock
not for
down a three
nothing,
point
both
shot.
teams 3 point
Yeah.
shoot. We all game felt like we were watching a G League game. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm
Yo,
like,
I ain't gonna
what
hold
is
you.
this?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so many missed shots. It was crazy.
I feel like, you know, I felt like this was a game where I was saying to myself, man, if we keep shooting like this, we might not win this game, man. Like,
Facts.
yo, I kept saying it to myself. I try to be positive. And I saw the numbers from the first half. Hold up, let me bring this up. Hold up. saw the numbers of the shooting percentage in the first half from the 3-point line, and it was. And let me just say for both teams, not just the Knicks, right? Because the
That
Wizards were 3 for 15 and shot 20% in the first half, and we was
19%.
no better. 4 of 21 from the 3-point line, 19%. You know
Yeah, we
that was a recipe for disaster for us, man. What's
that.
good, Jimmy? What's good, Jimmy? What's good, Terrence? What's good, Matty Smooth? What's good, Paul? Paul,
Hey,
what's good,
Paul.
y'all? I appreciate y'all for pulling up and being up late with us on a Thursday night. I
That
appreciate y'all. What up, Molly Ma? Appreciate you. But yeah, man, like this was a game where I at halftime when I saw the 3-point shooting percentage and we had 10 turnovers in the first half. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this. Like, yo, this look like a suspect game right here, man.
no lie. I don't think I said what the fuck so many times in the game this season.
Yo, I was like, yo, what is going on?
No,
But
I mean,
but
I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt, like we did last year. Like this builds
hmm
character. These type of games build character,
no,
and
that's the
it's not.
truth.
We haven't seen it very often, so we know it's not a trend.
hmm
Um, and hopefully we can build from it. Cause Lord, I can't take another game like this.
No, we gotta hope that um the next time they come around, like they better prepared.
Right.
We gotta, we can't be playing sloppy basketball, turning over the ball. Cause like T Tom said like y'all said last night on the recap, you come and you play a team like Milwaukee, like Boston, like Philadelphia, like even Cleveland, Miami. We lose this game.
Facts.
We
Big
lose
facts.
this game. Any of those teams that we play, this might be a L if we don't take care of the ball, if we don't shoot well, if we don't play good defense, because we were slacking out there defensively as well.
Right.
Um,
And the
these
crazy part is like when we play those top tier teams, it's almost like a whole different Knicks team that shows up
mm-hmm.
compared to like what we've seen with the lower echelon teams. It's like if y'all only showed up like that across the board, granted we've been beating these lower teams, but it wouldn't be this close of a game if we show up the way we supposed to show
Nah, that's a fact. I think that this game would have been over by halftime if
up by
we
the end of
played
the beginning, the mid part of the first.
word word. I think that would have been this win. It wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah,
Like I would have been like, okay, you know, we played sloppy in the first half, but at least in or even in the second half,
yeah,
come back. Nah, we, they was in the
yeah.
game the whole game. Like, yo, we had, I think we at one point we had like a 9 point, 10 point lead, and
Yeah,
they
and they
came
came
right
back like in
back
two
like
seconds,
that.
right? Well, they
I
are
was,
like the one of the fastest teams in the league. I mean, like I said, you can't sleep on no team, especially teams that lose a lot, like them and Detroit. They hungry for a win. You can that
that's
and
a
that
fact.
makes them more dangerous. And let's not take nothing from Washington. Granted, their win column is low, but they got guys that can put up shots. They got
Yo,
guys that can score. You know what I'm saying? Like
no,
their
that's a
record
fact.
isn't indicative of the talent they do have on the team. Because Kyle Kuzma didn't have a really good game. He could put up numbers. Same thing for
Mm-hmm.
whatever the other guy's name, Denny. Same
Yeah.
thing for Jordan Poole had 24, but we know he can light it up if need be. He hasn't done it with Washington, but
Mm-hmm.
he can.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like you know, this is a team that they could have took the victory from us at any point in time. Had their guys really been on, had that dude Denny, what's his last name?
I can't pronounce it.
I can't pronounce. Yeah, I say the same thing. But he was 5 of 13.
Right.
He didn't really have the best game. Kyle Kuzma had 15. Um, the guy that really put in that work was Marvin Bagley.
That's exactly who put it in. Because when you
He
look
was
at
putting in
if
work.
you look at the stats for points in the paint, he killed us.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
mean,
was,
they had what 8 more points in the paint, and I'm almost sure they all came from him.
yo, he
And
was,
this is where
yeah,
we miss Mitch.
Mitch.
This is where you miss Mitch.
Yeah, because if Mitch is there, there's no way,
Yeah, there's
there's
absolutely
no
no
way
way.
that's happening. There's no way that's happening. I'm sorry. I'm over here like sharing
And nothing,
away and shit.
and that doesn't take anything from iHeart. But again, look
No.
at it. iHeart played the whole second half yesterday. Then came
Mm-hmm.
out and played the whole third quarter. I don't even think I'm not sure if he played the whole fourth quarter today, but he played the whole third quarter. Like we're gonna
That's a
run this
fact.
man into the ground.
And that's the thing that worries me sometimes about Tibbs. Like, you overdo it sometimes, but you got a guy like Jericho Sims on the bench,
Right,
you know, and you're not giving him any minutes. So it's kind of like, yo, what are you doing, bro? What's the point of having a guy like Jericho Sims on the bench and you're not
right.
giving him any time to play?
And and then I have to say it. But then you put in Evan today, and he stinks it up. Like I wanted to jump through the computer and be like, let me remove this guy from the game. So
Yeah, I didn't
like we're not
understand that.
I don't know. But I
You know,
agree. I mean Jericho Sims what playing small at the centers does is not gonna work every game.
hmm
It's not gonna work every game. When they have a legit big man or a legit 7 footer, we cannot have Precious playing center.
nah, we can't. He's not a bona fide center. I take my chances with Jericho Sims. And Jericho Sims, low key, he can guard every position.
No, not low key, high key.
Yeah, yeah, like he could, he's a high energy guy. Like you could put him on the point guard, you could put him on anybody on the floor. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna rebound the shit out of the ball,
Hmm.
but and run the floor too. Those are things that I don't see Precious Achua doing.
Yeah,
Those are things that I feel like if we utilize Jericho Sims, we at this point in time, I think we could get the best out of him, like Deuce, you know what I mean, like how we use Deuce.
yeah,
I
It's a little. I I'm a little confused as to how he gets hurt and then gets no burn after that.
yo,
After he was
bro,
starting and playing well, and I get it. Hartenstein is playing really well, but why is he not Hartenstein's backup? Something ain't right.
yeah, I don't
Something we don't know
understand.
about. Something off. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know either, and it's not like it doesn't. I don't see Jericho Sims being one of those kind of disgruntled players where
Right.
he's giving you attitude. Like I don't see none of that. So why he's in the doghouse is beyond me. Like
Fact.
it's beyond me, and actually we've said it plenty of times on this show on Knicks and Ish about how he if Mitchell Robinson was to get traded, he could possibly be the replacement.
Hmm.
But you know, it don't seem like that.
Right.
It don't seem like he's a replacement. Like you don't get no burn at all whatsoever. Your man is in the doghouse. He's cemented on the bench. And as we saw today, Evan came off the bench before him. You know,
And play
and the,
horribly, bro.
and that's another thing, right? Like he's a guy that you seen Marvin Bagley was killing us down low. You know, he was killing us. You know, he could have provided some length down there for us. You know what I mean? He could have helped us defensively. He could have maybe possibly grabbed some more offensive rebounds. Who knows?
Right.
But he probably could have gave us some help that I like Precious, but I think that we could get this those 9 minutes. I mean, Precious Achoa played 9 minutes and only grabbed one rebound, bro.
Right.
You know, like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know, I
I'm a little flustered by his performance so far as a Nick too. And granted he doesn't get a lot of minutes, but I mean he gave Julius Randle a hard time when he was in Toronto and just confusing me a little bit as to what's going on with him too.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of this Precious Achoa. Honestly speaking, like from what I've seen so far, he had 2 points and one rebound and
Yeah.
one steal.
Right.
And
With horrible
and
shooting. Like this is a game where you could be grabbing rebounds because nobody shot well.
yeah, yeah, nobody shot well. I mean, the Knicks shot 45% from the field, but from 3 point, we were freaking horrendous, 13 to 38. We shot 34%, but you know, this is a game where I think down low, you know, had Sims played, he probably, could have made it difficult for
Yeah.
somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, could have helped us out defensively as well.
Hmm.
And I just don't understand how Precious Achua gets more burn than he does.
Facts.
Yeah, and he's been on the Knicks for the past what 3 years already.
Yeah.
You know, so like, what's going on? Like, that's something I would love to ask Coach Tibbs. Like, you talk highly of Jericho Sims, but yet you don't play him.
Right.
You know, before I keep going, man, I see 9 people in the chat. I need to see some like button. Hit that like button. I need to see more likes. I need more than one like, please. Nah, I mean he may not be it, but he's still a body that can help.
Right.
You know, he's still a good high energy guy that could come off the bench and give you some good defense, rebounds, and if you add him to some of the offense, you might get a few lobs here and there.
Yeah. And I don't think that he's not it. I mean, he is what Mitch was when Mitch first got in the league. They are carbon copies of each other. And honestly, I think Sims has a little more offense in him than Mitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At least you see like sometimes he takes the initiative to take it to the basket.
Yeah.
I barely see
But the
that
thing
from it
is that we'll
sometimes.
never know because we don't see him play.
No, I feel like he's gonna be one of those guys that we trade him somewhere
And
and
regret
and
it.
and regret it. Like I feel like sometimes that's one of those things that's gonna happen to us, which it's happened before.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
yo, like, what the fuck, man? Like why we gotta see them develop elsewhere, you know? At least this time around though, we got to see RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly develop nicely before we traded them, you
Right.
know. But but Jericho Sims, that might not be the case. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd rather see Sims come off the bench than Precious Achua. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, you know.
I mean,
Um
especially in a game where the big is the one that's hurting us. You put out the biggest big we have.
yeah, that could be a possibility, Paul. That maybe they might add him in a trade or something like that. I wouldn't doubt it, but it's just disappointing to see how you got a guy. He might not be the best player, but he'll give you some good minutes. We've
Hmm.
seen it before. We've seen it before. I remember a game. I'm not mistaken, it was against the Nets where he had like 10 rebounds in one quarter.
Hmm.
Like that helps. Rebounding, like that helps,
Yeah.
and I don't think that was something like, we kind of missed that today. Getting Ochua to back up Hartenstein, I think, you know, he Jericho Sims would have gave us more than one rebound in 10 minutes.
Facts.
I swear to you, like I feel like Sims would have had like at least 5 rebounds, 6 rebounds, maybe, like maybe two or four, maybe 6 to 4, 4 to 6 points or
Hmm.
so. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we would have got that from him, and I just don't see that from Precious. He doesn't look comfortable with us. I don't know if he even fits our system. And maybe that's why, he's struggling a bit, but so far I don't like what I see in him. I when the trade happened, I was like, this guy, like you said earlier, he be giving Julius Randle fits when he was
Hmm.
with the Raptors, but I'm not seeing that player. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that player.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah, Marlon, he might be out of here. Who knows? It's actually kind of disappointing because I like Jericho Sims. I think he's a good player, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tibbs doesn't see in him. It's confusing to me. I wish I could, try to like figure it out, but I just can't. Seeing Evan Fournier come off the bench before Jericho Sims just made me sick to my stomach. Shout out to Evan Fournier, the ultimate pro, the ultimate pro. But you know, in a game where I think we needed some size out there, I think Evan Fournier should have been the last person coming off the bench.
And not for
Like,
nothing, like when you watch him play today, like he's been sitting on the bench for a while, but
mm-hmm,
bro, he took a shot every chance he got. It was he didn't care. He's like, I'm
mm-mm.
getting my shots up, and they weren't going in, and it was really frustrating to see. And this is why you don't play because one, you don't play defense, and two, you're not a team player.
He's a what you call it? He's a turnstile on defense. Players go right by him like he's not even there,
Right,
and I think that's the most disappointing thing. Like that's not happening with Jericho Sims, bro.
right,
If you got to score on Jericho Sims, he's gonna give you. You're gonna have to work for your points with
yeah,
Jericho. With Evan, you could just push him to the side and go right by him, and you getting buckets. You getting buckets. You
yeah,
know, it throw Evan out there, and the next on the second on the player on the second unit of the other team, he's licking his chops like, oh yeah, I'm about to go off on this dude. Yeah, keep him in the game. Keep him in the game. I'll cook him. I'll cook him. You know. But with
yeah,
Jericho, I just don't see the opposite player doing that to him.
yeah,
Not like that. He may get his points off, but he's gonna have to work to get those points.
yeah,
And I don't understand, what's Coach Tommy T's issue with Jericho Sims, but something gotta give, man, because I really feel like Jericho is just wasting away on the bench, where he could give you some really solid minutes right now. You need it
yeah,
instead of a 9 minutes and 28 seconds of 2 points and one rebound,
yeah,
or 5 minutes of 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, and Evan Fournier. And all you get is 2 fouls and a rebound from Evan Fournier. He had more fouls than points in
Yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just need to understand what is Tibbs thinking. Like, why won't you play Jericho? That's a question that I don't understand. The media will be liking to ask all kind of stupid questions, you know? But why don't the media ask, why don't you play Jericho Sims?
Because
Why
they know
don't you
he's not
play?
gonna answer. He
Yeah,
gonna say next question.
right. Like, yo, bro, like, before he got hurt, like you said, you know, he wasn't giving you amazing numbers,
Hmm.
but he was doing little things. He was playing defense. He was, grabbing rebounds here and there, offensive rebounds here and there. Like, what you need in the center?
Yeah,
Precious Achiuwa ain't giving you none of that.
right.
Since
Fact.
the trade, what? It's been 10 games. What has he given us in 10 games so far? I
Nothing.
haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen nothing. You know, you know what, Matty Smooth? Tommy T is a very stubborn old man. Yes, he is. Very
For
stubborn.
real.
To a point where sometimes I just be confused. Like, my brother, I love you, but what is going on, Tommy T? What is going on, my guy? Cause we over here, we don't, I know T Time felt the way about told Tommy T. Um, I always got love for Tommy T, but sometimes it just like bro,
Yeah.
what is going on? Please explain to me
Facts.
for the love of God. Explain
Facts.
to
Because
me.
when Evan was in, I'm like, why didn't Flynn come in?
Right.
Like,
Like,
why is Evan coming in? Like, one, he's on the trading block. We know that, bro. He just made himself look worse today because who the hell wants that on top of the contract? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I,
it's
I'm confused, but
me too.
it is what it is. Like T Time says, we winning, so it we got to
Yeah,
chop it up for that one.
no, and I agree. We winning, and um, I love the fact that we winning. I love the fact that we're not in the shithole like we once was before. And I appreciate Coach Tommy T for that. I appreciate what he's what how he changed the culture here in New York, and we're in winning ways now, like for the past couple years, and I appreciate to the fullest. But sometimes I just be like scratching my head, like, bro, what the fuck, the fuck, bro, like, I see. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, what is going on, bro? I'm
Right.
tired of seeing Jericho Sims just sitting there on a bench rotting away. I'd rather see him than Precious. Now I see what Raptor fans were complaining about. Yeah. Cause I'm over here like, I don't understand what you guys are complaining of. Oh, you're gonna see. One of them was like, oh, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to see what you're talking about. And now I'm like, okay, now I understand what the complaints are about.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, but I mean, if you without him being included, we don't get OG, and so
no,
it is
listen,
what it
I
is.
that's a fact. I completely agree with you on that, 1,000%. But right now, I'm not seeing a thing.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
I'm
I
not
don't know what's
seeing the
going
thing, yo. Like, I
on.
ain't seeing the Ochoa that was giving us problems when he was in Toronto. I'm
Facts,
not seeing that.
facts, and
You know,
it's disappointing for me. He's from the
it
Bronx,
is.
so it's disappointing as
It
hell.
is. It is. It's like, bro. Okay, we've given you 10 games. I want to see Jericho now See,
Fact.
like, come on, Tibbs. Like, you've given the man 10 games. You played him 10 games. Yeah, we 8-2 in those 10 games. I ain't gonna hold you,
Right.
but like, come on. Give the kid a break. It,
Fact.
I don't know if you got him on punishment. You got him sitting over there in the corner on his knees. Holding up an encyclopedia for whatever reason. Like, BX stand up. That's right, Paul. BX stand up. Let's throw up the X's. So that's a fact. Born
That's a
and
big
raised from the Bronx.
fact.
Born and raised. I hear that, brother. See, anytime I hear Bronx stand up, I gotta stop what I'm saying and throw the X up.
Right.
I'm a proud Bronx. I'm a proud kid from the Bronx. But
Facts.
yeah, man. Like Tibbs. You gotta give my man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think we gotta start the play the kids a little harder again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yo, Paul, you know what? You right around I'm from Kingsbridge too, kid. I'm from Kingsbridge too. Yeah, I hear that. Right off of University. University of 192, baby. But yeah, like it's time, Tibbs. Like, I think it's about that time. We gotta do that. We gotta do that. We gotta do that, man, because I'm tired of seeing this. The Malachi Flynn, Evan Fournier over Malachi Flynn. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
What up, Nino? What's goody, man? I appreciate you for pulling up. I think he's a first time. I think that's the first time he's came up. If I
Hey, welcome.
welcome. If this is your first time, I appreciate you for pulling through.
Facts.
Appreciate you taking your time out and coming through. You from 193 and Heath Ave? I know all about that. Salute to you, my guy. Word. That's love.
But
Um,
let's talk some positive parts of today's game, which wasn't
mm-hmm,
many.
mm-hmm. Word.
But our big three guys come through in the clutch. And,
Yeah,
and, and for
yeah.
naysayers that say they ain't it and all that, no, they it. They
Mm-hmm.
it. For the last couple of games, when teams have come back on us, OG steps up in a major way.
He does.
Offensively, not
Mm-hmm.
defensively, offensively. And then Jalen Brunson just takes over. Like,
Yo, man. I'm so grateful for Jalen Brunson. Like, I'm so grateful for, yo, and the turnovers, the 6 turnovers, it happens. But even like when we need him to come through in the clutch, like BJ said last night, I just don't feel worried when he's on the floor.
facts.
Like when he's on the floor, I'm like, okay, we got our
Yeah.
bull out there. Like, we got we got a guy that's gonna take the offense, take it under control, and do what he do, and we saw that tonight with
Yeah.
41 points.
Yeah. And I mean, he takes control of the game and when we need him to. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
y'all say, he's the one you can always count on making the right decision. He's not going to take us out of a game. He is very poised in the situations where I be panicking as a fan. You know what I mean? And when he does this on the court, like y'all guys, calm down. You like,
Yeah.
all right, we got this. But no, like
Nah.
he becomes super aggressive when we need him to. He goes into the paint instead of, trying to force a three or try to force it in. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, today he has 6 turnovers. I take it. I take it with the 40 points.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, listen, it came in clutch for us, man, because without those 40 points, this is a loss.
A horrible loss, not
Well,
a
horrible.
blowout loss.
This is a loss. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, you know how I feel. Like, I'm very, positive. I'm very, when it comes to them, I'm all about positivity. But this is a game. If Jalen Brunson ain't play, we lose.
That's a fact.
We
And
lose,
no lie,
man.
I just hope he's okay because I seen his ankle turn. It looked like it was giving him some trouble down the
Hmm.
stretch at the very end, and I'm like, boy,
Yeah,
because
that
I ain't
was
gonna hold
worrisome.
you. I want to whip Toronto ass next game, and we need
Yeah,
Brunson.
yeah, yeah. And Toronto, um, what? Let me see something real quick. Let me check the standings real quick. I know they lost Siakam,
Yeah,
right? But they haven't been playing really that bad.
yeah,
You
they've been
know,
they've been mediocre. I think
they've been mediocre. Um, they've won. They're actually. Let me see some. They last 4-6 in their last 10 games. They lost their last game. Um,
they lost today.
they played today.
They played the Bulls.
Oh yeah, they played the Bulls. They lost by 6. Yeah. Damn, I missed that game, and I've been watching. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been watching games. I've been watching their games. Ever since we traded with them, with trying to
Other
look for the
guys.
box score, trying to look for the box score to see how quick and RJ did, because that's what I be looking at. I ain't gonna hold you like I still, yeah. RJ played terrible today.
Yeah,
He shot bad. Yeah, he shot the ball terrible today. He was 6 of 6 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line. It was one of those nights for RJ. He still had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, but you know, but yo, that's a team that not for nothing though. That's a team that if we play sloppy, we might take a L.
oh, we would. We
We
would.
Yeah, like a team like Toronto, they trash, but I think they better than the Wizards.
Facts.
And
Facts.
and if we
And
come
it's a
playing
personal game on
a
probably on both
person,
sides, to be honest.
yeah, I think more personal for RJ and Quip
Oh
though.
yeah. Oh yeah.
More personal for them because obviously those were our pups,
Yeah.
and we traded them, to Toronto, so they can, and the game is in the Garden, so they like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my get back. I want my get back. That niggas traded us.
Facts.
You know.
But I
you
mean,
know,
without Brunson, that's going to be a tough one. So I really hope he's okay.
no, yeah, like we can't afford. We're gonna need Jalen Brunson for sure, and we're gonna need my man Josh Hart.
Fact.
We missed him today too.
Yeah.
Like this is a game where Josh Hart could have got us those loose balls.
Yeah.
A lot of I wish I had my uh the rant button so I could press it and go on my rant right now because I don't appreciate the disrespect that people be giving Josh Hart.
Facts.
Since we've traded for Josh Hart from last year to now, we've won 41 games. We did the math today, me and Anna.
Hmm.
We did the math. From last year to this year, we've won 41 games with Josh Hart on this team.
And I think we only
But
lost 24 with something like that. A low number.
24. We're 41 and 20 something since that Josh Hart trade. People need to put respect on Josh Hart, because at the end of the day, yeah, you might not like what he's getting paid, but his contract is not that bad, number one. Number two, what up, Frankie? Frankie Fingers. What's goody, man? I appreciate you for pulling through, for coming through. Word. That's a
That's my
dope name.
dude.
That's a dope name. I ain't even gonna
That's
hold you, Frank.
that's my
That sound like
man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's your man. Oh, okay. What's up, bro? Yeah, but like people need to put some respect on Josh Hart because of the simple fact that he does the little things
Facts.
that help you win games. You need that rebound, he's gonna get you that rebound.
He's an
Whether it be
elite
on
rebounder for a guard.
one of the best rebounding guards in the league. What guard in this league at 6'4" is grabbing 13, 14, 15 rebounds in a game?
Facts.
You don't
And
see that often.
yeah, and I mean his stat line doesn't isn't always packed, but the impact that he has on our game and on our team is almost irreplaceable. It's like I don't know, cause he's all over the floor at all times. He's nonstop. He's like the Energizer Bunny of the team. Like he
That's
just
a
keeps
fact.
going and going and going. And I mean, between him and Isaiah Hartenstein, they've been holding us down on rebounds since Mitch
No,
been gone.
yo, that is a fact. Like,
And to be honest, like I don't really care about contracts and all that. That don't ain't coming out of my pocket. So whatever the Knicks felt they needed to pay him, they paid him, and we got him, and we kept him.
and like if you look at the money that
And
certain
it's still
players
really pennies compared to what other players are making in this league.
listen, hey, I'm just gonna mention one name. So I gotta go. I just gotta Jerome James.
Facts.
We paid Jerome James all this money to come to the Knicks to do shit. We paid him. He got a back.
Yep.
He ain't do shit.
No.
Here come Josh Hart and completely helps turn this franchise. I don't care what y'all say about Josh Hart. You can feel
Facts.
however you feel. Completely. If without Josh Hart last year, we probably a playing team, if that.
Facts.
Because right after we made that trade for Josh Hart, we went off.
Yeah.
We went
We went.
17-8 for the rest of the year.
Yeah. We won 9 in a row.
Word. Like so y'all gonna have to start putting respect to Josh Hart's name. I'm tired of the disrespect already. Enough is enough. You know, put some respect on that man's name, bro, because he do a lot of things that we should be thankful for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because he plays with a different type of grit that we never had. We haven't had that in a long time.
Yes.
Name me a player. Name me a player in the past 10 years that plays with the kind of grit that Josh Hart plays with. I bet you can't.
You can't. You can't.
You can't. So when I hear, oh, we paying him all this money, get him out of here. What are you talking about? What
Facts.
are you watching?
Facts.
We need to put some respect on Josh Hart. That is disrespectful. It's disrespectful, man. You know, I'll take on anybody, debate anybody. I don't care who it is. When
That's
it
a
comes
fact.
to Josh Hart, you better put some respect on that man's name, bro.
Hmm.
Plays defense, grabs rebounds. He'll knock down the shot here and he'll the 3-point shooting this year hasn't been all that great. I can't I gotta say be fair about that. It hasn't been all that great, but from time to time he will knock down that shot for you.
Hmm. But what
And
about his scoring in transition? That man
he'll go coast to coast on
coast
you
to
in a minute.
coast.
Coast to coast. He's one of our most aggressive players to take it to the basket,
Facts.
you know? And the fact that he's willing to guard the best player on any team, you gotta give your man credit for stuff like that. He is a tough son of a bitch. Excuse my language. He is tough. That is
Yeah.
what you need. And And I think tonight we missed that.
Yeah.
Josh Hart tonight was missed
Hmm. Definitely, definitely missed.
because I'm gonna be honest with you. When Josh Hart out there, I don't think Jordan Poole has the game he has today.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And I could be wrong, but I just that's how confident I am in Josh Hart,
Hmm.
you know? So I think, people gotta put respect on Josh Hart, man. He's a really good player. He helps the Knicks win. And you could tell when he's not out there. We struggle.
Yeah. I mean, every team needs that enforcer, and he's our enforcer.
Word. Word. He might not be that, you might not see him fight with people and throw elbows like Draymond Green to choke people up. You might not get that, but you're gonna get other things.
Yeah.
The man impacts winning.
Facts.
He impacts winning. That's
And
what
I'm
he
gonna go back
does.
to what I said last season with him. There was a reason that Damian Lillard was not happy about that trade. And
Talk to let him know, sis. Let him
I
know. Let
mean,
him know.
for someone of such high caliber that players and fans hold to that caliber, like Damian Lillard, to not be happy about Portland trading him to us, that says a
Hmm.
lot to his impact in the game. And
Yeah,
really his character, period. Because he also, not only does he give us what he gives us on the court, he holds his teammates accountable
that's a fact.
on the court. Like, you need those type of players, and even if he doesn't give us high scoring games, he can. We
Hmm.
know he can. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But he gives us everything else we need during the
Yeah.
game, and you can't take that for granted. You can't
No,
take that for granted. Think about in the 90s when we were such a good team. We had players that were just enforcers. They could
that's
give us
true.
points. Mace could give us points. But what he was known for, defense and being the enforcer.
That's a fact. And that's a fact. And he might not have the size as those guys,
But he got the heart.
but he got the heart. He, yo, see, we he got the heart. He got the heart, man. Like as you can see, playing out of position. They had him playing the four as
little, little.
he was playing the four. Like what? I'll play anybody. Put me anywhere. I
Yeah,
got you.
facts.
High character guys
Facts.
that you need to help win games. And he'll do whatever it is to help us win games. He did he did express some frustration because maybe he wasn't being used properly before, but now you don't
Yeah,
see nothing. You don't hear no complaints. Everybody's happy. We winning,
yeah.
you know. But guys like that be missed. Him and Mitch. I can't wait for Mitch to get back.
Bro, I'm just
Can't wait.
counting down. Like, I'm
Yo,
like, how soon can he really come back?
like I really can't wait because I feel like once that man comes back, all people are in trouble. Oh, yo, the league is in trouble. Don't let us get a healthy Mitch back in the playoff. Y'all gonna
Right.
be in trouble.
Because what
We
we're at, he got hurt on December 8th. So we are
mm-hmm.
at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We at the 6 week mark. And I know
Mm-hmm.
they said they're going to evaluate him at 10 weeks.
Right. Remember I told you though. Remember when I said,
Oh,
man,
we said it. We
yeah.
said it off
We was
record.
like, yo, we was like, yo, man, like that don't that we're gonna reevaluate him.
And
What?
then, yeah, because it was when It was when they said first they said they're gonna reevaluate him in 10 weeks right after the injury, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then when they applied for that waiver, we were like, something ain't right. We were like, yeah, the Knicks is trying to mind fuck the league right now because something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
I
can't
was
go from 10 weeks to the whole season. That don't make sense.
no, it don't. It don't. And I was like, man, if that happens, boy, is this league don't let
Right, because
and
10
people.
weeks, 10 weeks take us to All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So at any point after All-Star weekend, if the doctors deem him okay to start practicing or putting in work, I mean, we may see him in March.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't mad at that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I told y'all, cause about, the trade talks
No.
and how if we trade for DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella this, and I feel like if we have to add Mitch to that, I don't know if I could do that. Not for Clint Capella, because Mitch be schooling that man. It just doesn't make sense for you
Yeah.
to trade Mitch to add
And I
Mitch
mean, I
in
think
it.
we seen it. We saw it in the playoff series against Atlanta. We saw it last season when he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
His impact on the game is insane. Like we struggle defensively. I mean, think about it. If we didn't have OG, we'd lose a whole lot of these games this year.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
we will struggle defensively, and you can't put iHeart in the position to have to do it all by itself.
Mm-mm.
It's not fair.
No, it's not.
Um, but I agree with you. If we have to throw him in a trade to get Murray, I'm not with it because I need to. I have to see him and OG play together. I have
Yeah,
to. Like,
yeah. I agree.
I'm not making a move without being able to see them play together.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it. I would love to see them on the court at the same time because I feel like defensively we are gonna give teams a headache.
Yeah, and I
It's
mean,
gonna be a.
when you look at it, because fans like he's always hurt. He's always hurt. When you look at players of his stature, many of them are always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at tall, slim, I mean, even though he has muscle, he's still not a big center. When you
Mm-hmm.
look at like the Durants of the game, and I mean, even Embiid of the game, they're just super big, but for some reason their bodies aren't made like the guards' bodies, like tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're always hurt.
Yup. Not for nothing, but if you look at Joel Embiid, um, he's like a knee injury away from being out for a long
Forever.
period of time.
Yeah,
Like that game against the Knicks when we blew them out by 30 something points, he looked wasted.
yeah. Oh
He
yeah, and
looked
he was
he
playing hurt. You could
he was
tell.
playing hurt. Yeah, you could see like he was, his knee was giving him
Yeah,
problems, you know? So I feel
but
like
and the majority of centers have issues with their knees. Look at
mm-hmm.
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, that's a fact. I
Like
mean, look at Porzingis for
facts.
if you really want to
Yeah,
you know, always leg issues, always leg issues. There's always something with the leg,
yeah. So I
you
mean,
know.
we just gotta take it as it comes. Like, and realistically, if he didn't play as hard as he does, he probably wouldn't be so hurt. But he's still young and he's still a little sloppy. But I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
plays hard.
He does. He does play hard. He gives you everything, you
Yeah,
know.
he leaves nothing out on that court.
Nah, that's a fact. Oh, Antonio McDyess was. Oh man, that was. I don't even want to talk about that, man. You bringing up old stuff. You bringing up. You bringing them back old wounds. Old wounds. that I don't want to have to repatch, bro. You know. Oh, hey Nino, if you got the DVR, record that game, bro,
Facts.
because that's gonna be a good game to watch. That's gonna be a good game to watch. Not keep Mitch, iHeart, and Capella coming off from Mitch and Randall.
They're not gonna. Uh,
I don't know. I feel like because of what they've been saying about what they've been saying with the trade, they trying to add Capella. And don't get me wrong, I think Capella is a decent player. He could play defense, he could grab rebounds. I just feel like when it comes to Mitch, if we have to add Mitch in that trade, I don't know if I could do it. I just don't know, because I feel like Mitch be giving him work. Mitch be
Facts.
giving that man work. Like if you remember the last few times we played Atlanta, man, like he be making Capella look little.
Facts.
you know. And I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I could do that. I'd be highly disappointed. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it took me a while. It took me a few to get over the trade when they traded RJ and Quick, but Mitch, I'm gonna be like, okay, this one's gonna be. We got Mitch when he was a baby.
Yeah.
You know, like we got Mitch when he was a toothpick. You
I
know,
mean, we've had him the longest from everybody.
yo,
He's the longest
straight.
tenured Nick on the roster right
Yeah,
now.
like yo, straight out of high school. Remember, straight out
Facts.
of high school. Scotty P drafted him.
Yeah.
Raw talent. You
Yo.
know, he was raw. Like when we got him. So if we trade Mitch, man, that might hurt me for real. Cause I
Yeah.
like Mitch. I like his attitude. I like what he brings to the team defensively. Um, he's one of the better defensive centers in the league. And this year, before he got hurt, you could actually say that he could have been up there for defensive player of the year this year.
For sure.
You know, salute, coach, salute to you. We up and coming, man. We up and coming. We starting to, be more
Facts.
or be more active. We outside, we out here, We're gonna be doing a lot more um than we've had. Life sometimes kicks us in the ass, but we're gonna make that effort to be more consistent this year.
Yes. Facts.
Me and Anna was talking about that on the side, and yeah, we're gonna be heavy now. We're gonna
Facts.
be outside. So y'all be aware. I appreciate you for the sub, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you for that. Um, but would that be good for the team they building around Randall? Yeah, I think Randall is a corner piece. I know, some fans will be like, nah, Randall wants out. We're gonna try. Me and my pops was debating about this. Me and my pops be having heavy debates. Julius Randall, like it be getting intense. My pops be hanging up the phone on me sometimes and all that. We start arguing, and but I feel like they are building around two guys that they building around. I feel like it's Jalen Brunson and Julius Randall. This is their team, and I feel like the Knicks are really trying to win with those guys.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's okay. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I told my pops, without Julius Randle, we are not a good team.
Right.
We might be in fighting, but I don't think we would be a good team without Julius Randle on this team.
Right. And I think I don't really think we're building around any player. I think we're building around Coach T. Because
Right.
if you look
That's
at
a good
everyone
point.
we've brought in, it's his caliber of a player. It's his
That's a
type of
fact.
a player. Randall not
That's a
so
fact.
much defensively, but when you talk about Randall, when we talked about it earlier and we've talked about it in the past, who do you replace him with? If you
Mm-hmm.
don't build around what he gives us, who do you replace him with? Because there's only what we say two guys in his position that play better than
That's a fact.
him. So you take it. Well, I mean, you maneuver the way you have to, and let's repeat again. He wants to be a Knick. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to win in New York. He said it. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
the biggest Randall fan. Y'all know I have been critical as hell of him throughout the years. But who do you replace him with?
Yep. No, it's true. Listen, it's very hard.
Because the same way Randall needs Brunson, Brunson needs Randall.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to win with just one of them at all.
No, that's a fact. He said Quick and RJ gonna give it to us like KD and the Brand. Hey, listen, man. Listen, I wish them well. I just hope they don't do that to us.
I don't think they're going to give it to us. I think they're going to try cuz you got to remember OG's going to be guarding probably either Scotty Barnes or RJ.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So with OG on him, he's not gonna give it to him.
No, that's a fact. I think that OG is gonna give them fits. Defensively, I think we might, how Scotty Barnes be giving us that work, right? But
Hmm.
I feel now that OG, remember OG be practicing with these guys for years. He knows all their tendencies. He knows,
Yeah,
he knows what they're gonna do, when they're gonna do it, how they're gonna do it.
and they lost a major part of their defense
Hmm.
with yesterday's trade.
They sure did. They really did. That was a tough loss. Losing Pascal Siakam to the
Right.
Pacers, but now the three key pieces I think Toronto is building around is RJ Quick and Scotty now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think so. Um but other than that, I feel like, that game against Toronto, we just gotta come ready. We can't play mistake that we can't we gotta play mistake free basketball. We gotta play together. We gotta play tough defense because if not, man, those guys are coming to the garden with high energy and nothing but payback is on their mind.
Facts.
They sure, yo, those guys are coming for payback, man. Like, yo, and that's something that I hope don't happen against us. But
Right.
but it is what it is. The Murray is the next trade. It could be, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind a Dejounte Murray trade. I really won't. I really wouldn't, to be honest with you. Um, from what I was hearing, at first it was Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, and some picks. And like at first I was feeling away because I'm like, man, I really like Quentin Grimes. I really do, you know. But if it takes to get a kid like DeJounte Murray who's still young, he's 25, I think it is 24, 25. Um, the contract matches beautifully with Evan Fournier's contract. And to top it off, he got four more. He got a 4-year extension after that, which is like pennies. I
Hmm.
think it's $100 million or something like that. Um, and I wouldn't mind it. The kid, he fits in well with us. He plays defense. He could shoot. Um, he could rebound. He could create for everybody. He could create himself. The only thing that concerns me with DeJounte Murray is this.
Yeah, I said it yesterday. I
Yeah.
said it yesterday. I said he will fit in great with the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that he will be good in New York, like dealing with New York, the media, the fans, the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere, because he's a wild kid. He's like a young J.R. Smith.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, J.L. Smith was wild. J.L. Smith was a wild boy. Word. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, that was my guy. That was my guy, but he was wild at times, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the one thing I seen an interview, right? I seen an interview with him and he was saying how he don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't even go to clubs.
Mm.
Like it's all about basketball with him. There's an interview. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you so you can see it. The kid don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't hang out, he don't go to clubs. Like he don't do none of that shit. With him, it's just all basketball.
Mm.
But the thing is that I see you over the summer, you tapping niggas in the butt, you rubbing their head. I don't know if Sid is gonna like that shit. Like you might be on the bench. You come over here doing that, Um, I think he does get a bad rap because he plays he's like he got this arrogance, you know, and I think that's where the bad rap comes from because of the arrogance that he plays with, you know. But other than that, I like him. I mean, I actually, to be honest with you, um, that might not be a bad pick. McBride, Evan picks. You never know,
No, don't entertain that nonsense you see right there. Cause he don't like McBride. He do not like McBride.
y'all be going, y'all be going at it with McBride,
Bro, we really do.
huh? um, I think Grimes. The problem with Grimes is, I think he wants to be here. I just think that he they came out today. I was listening to some spaces. Shout out to Knicks recap. I was listening to his spaces and they were saying how he's frustrated with his role. I didn't hear that. I don't know if you heard any reports about it. I didn't hear no reports about it. Um, I don't know how true this is.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't if I haven't seen an interview with him say it, I don't believe it.
right. I
Because
was.
like we
Mhm.
say all the time, like media doesn't have access to our players the way
Mhm.
they would other players. And so if he didn't say it and we can't find video of him saying it, you know what I'm saying? Then it didn't happen. Like we know Josh Hart said it because he said it. He said it
Right.
live for us to hear.
Right.
You know
No,
what
he
I
did.
mean? Like
He did.
with 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 the other reports, like if big news media can't get to the players, then these other podcasts or other social media outlets can't get to them either. If I don't see it or hear it with my own ears, I don't believe it. And I mean, I don't know. I don't take him as that type of kid to just
Mhm.
be like, him and Quickly just had that same energy, and so I don't see either one of them. Quickly, we knew wanted to be a starter. Quentin
Right.
Grimes has yet to say he wanted to be a starter, that he wants more minutes. He hasn't said
Mhm.
any of that. But I do feel like us as fans need to stop. We need to stop buying into everything we read on all medias because since they've been talking about Grimes, his game has dropped a little bit.
Mhm.
And it may be because he's seeing this. You know what I mean? Because he was playing decent coming off that bench.
Yeah. Nah, he was. He was. He
Macau
was.
got them cat ties.
Yo,
Nino,
he.
Brooklyn not doing no business with us. They not giving us nothing.
Yo, but let me tell you though. Let me tell you though. Like when it comes to Leon, listen. Nobody expected us to go after OG. Nobody even seen it coming. Nobody even seen it coming. This is why I shout out Leon Rose because last year, They wanted three first round picks for
Yeah,
OG. This year, we only gave up
yeah.
a second round pick. And it came unexpectedly. Like I was completely shocked when we made the trade.
We
So
were.
listen, making a trade with the Brooklyn Nets, you never know. You just like I'm watching Leon Rose and the way he moves. Like I just wouldn't put it past him. Some
Bro, if
way,
he could figure
somehow.
that out, we just put a whole monument in front of the garden. If he could figure that out.
Yo, because just imagine, right? Just
No,
imagine,
I don't
okay?
want to imagine.
Because now you think about it, like a guy like Mikal Bridges, what he would bring to this team with a real point guard. Y'all saw how he played when he had a real point guard in Phoenix.
Facts.
Your man was, and he was a bench player in Phoenix. He came off the bench in Phoenix. He wasn't even a starter in Phoenix.
Right.
So imagine. And then if you look at Mikal Bridges' contract, it's not even 100 million. 4
Right.
years and not even 100 million. If
But
some way,
didn't
somehow,
didn't didn't the Nets say something about wanting like first round picks for him? They turned something down that included four first round picks.
they stupid. Cause I would have took them 4 first round picks and said, here. What? You offered me 4 first round picks? Here you go. Here you go. That's CAA Mafia. That's true, bro. That's true. I appreciate you, coach. Word, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate that that y'all like us, man. Word. Um,
Facts.
I really think that, hey, listen, man, you never know what happens. The way Leon Rose is taking command of this franchise, man, you never know. Anything is possible. Any trade is possible. Do we need a trade? I think we do. I think we missing one. I think we just need one more piece to the puzzle. And I think if we bring in the right person, whether it be Mikal Bridges, whether it be DeJounte Murray, if it's gonna be a trouble for the league. It's gonna be trouble for the league.
Yeah.
You know, I think with this team that we got right now, the way it is, if we don't have to give up too much for either of these players, we're gonna be in good shape.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, and some picks, do it. But if I gotta add in Mitch, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Randall's being replaced though, coach. I really don't think so. I
No.
really think that the Knicks they riding high with him. They
I
riding
mean,
high with
replace
him.
him with who though?
Yeah,
Like, replace him for who?
that's the thing. Like, think about the who,
Yeah.
like we not, to get a guy like that that's gonna, the thing with Cat is, right?
But
Think
Randall be
about it,
giving
coach.
Cat the business.
And not only that, they more or less the same kind of player, and Julius Randle gets paid way less, $40 million less. If you look at Cat's contract, that shit is ridiculous. His contract is ridiculous, and the extension that hasn't even kicked in yet is ridiculous. Like the first year, I think is 40. It goes from 40 in the beginning of the contract, and then it ends at 60. For
No.
a guy that has,
Let's do it right.
yeah,
49-7 it starts.
that starts
And it
49
ends
7.
at 61-6.
There you go.
There's no way in
See,
hell.
yo. And I don't think, and I don't want a guy that's
Nah,
gonna let
the front office ain't with that shit.
no. And the thing is I don't want a guy that's gonna let another player choke up his own teammate in front of him and you trying to stop it. You should have been choking Draymond Green up.
Facts.
You should have, just like he had your man Rudy Gobert like this in a headlock. You should have been right behind Draymond Green like this. What are you doing, bro? And you was there. Oh, stop, 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 stop,
Facts.
Draymond, stop. And don't get me wrong, I don't like Rudy Gobert either. I think he deserves every bit of violence he gets. I agree with you, coach. But the fact that I seen somebody coaching up, yoking up my own teammate, and I'm just gonna sit there, yo, chill, bro, chill. Let him go, let him go. You should have yoked Draymond Green up. You should have
That's a
yoked
fact.
him up. I feel like really, everybody likes to talk about Julius Randle, right? But I feel like if somebody put Jalen Brunson in a yoke hole,
Oh nah.
that's not. I think Julius Randle was going off.
Nah. You may not
I
you we may get a whole bunch of suspensions from dudes
yeah,
jumping off the bench.
yeah. I think Julius Randle is gonna get suspended for the rest of the season. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, that's a fact.
You know. Now I think
And reverse. If someone was to do that to Randall, regardless of what us fans and the media want to say, every player that we've traded so far this season has said nothing bad about Randall. And they've praised his leadership. And that shows where the team holds him, how highly regarded he is as a teammate. So if someone was to do it to Randall, it's gonna be hell to pay.
right. I think when it comes to Coach said Randall only fights his teammates and coaches. Nah, I think that happened. But if you go back, this is the thing though. When you look at his teammates and how they talk about Julius Randle, it's the complete opposite from what people think.
Yeah,
If you look at the goodbye letter from Quentin Graham, from
quickly.
Emmanuel Quickly, when you look at the goodbye letter from Emmanuel Quickly and what he had to say about Julius Randle, it kills this 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 narrative about Julius Randle hating his teammates and fighting with his teammates.
Yeah,
It kills it because Emmanuel Quickly didn't have to write that whole paragraph of Julius Randle and how good of a teammate was Julius Randle and how important his leadership was to this team. Emmanuel Quickly didn't have to write that on his goodbye letter. He
right.
didn't have to mention Julius Randle not one bit. And a lot of people don't mention that.
Yeah,
See, a lot of people don't mention the fact that how Emmanuel Quickly, even though he's not on this team anymore, he has some positive things to say about the guy who did not like him.
yeah,
Imagine that, you know? So that's something that we gotta think about. I think Julius went through a stage through his career where frustrations got to him, and you can't blame him. We went from a team. We was a 4 seed. We made the playoffs. We got gentlemen swept by the Hawks in the first round. Then the next year he signs the contract. He leaves money on the table for the Knicks to help him, for the Knicks to bring in some guys to help him, and we failed him. We bought in Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, and that shit sucked.
yeah,
We got shellacked. The frustrations from that, and then the fan base turning on him. You got to think about why he was the way he was,
yeah,
you know? And to think about, let's be real. There's a video out there of Patrick Ewing almost smacking John Starks.
yeah.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. And then he points at him like, don't fucking touch me, nigga. You know? Him and Derek Harper was trying to calm him down and he pushed John Starks to the side, get the fuck off me, no touch me.
Right.
You know? So things like that is gonna happen. Teammates are gonna fight. Teammates are gonna go through things throughout an 82 game season. It's never gonna be, peaches and creams.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be roses all the time. Shit is gonna happen.
Yeah, and I mean, I
You know.
think it's like you said, because Randall don't
Oh,
come
what's
at
good,
Johnny B
Rails?
like that.
What's good, Rails? I appreciate you for coming through, my brother. Appreciate you, bro. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, I mean, he don't come at Johnny B all sideways.
No, nah, like he smacked the coach. He smacked the laptop about from the
uh,
coach's hands, and you haven't seen that since. You
no,
haven't. You haven't seen no mislaps this year. You haven't seen him even complaining to the refs.
right,
You see very little of it this year.
yeah.
He said John Starr should have should have slapped Pat. Yo, listen, listen. But at that stage, if you hear John Starks, he was like, yeah, he was pretty mad. But my point is that a lot of people tend to kill Julius Randle for that. But we even heard of Xavier McDaniels and who was it? Was it Charles Oakley or Anthony Mason? But they got into a scuffle. Patrick, you and Pat Riley was like, no, 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 no. We're gonna keep that guy. I like that guy. We're gonna keep that guy. These dudes actually got to blows. They were throwing blows at each other. They was fist fighting.
I mean, that's a brotherhood, right? Like you fight with your brothers.
Like, think about all these things. You know what I mean? And it happens. People complain. Patrick Ewing used to complain all the time.
Yeah, facts.
you know, the fans killed Patrick Ewing. They wanted Patrick Ewing gone. They wanted to trade package Patrick Ewing when he missed the field goal. Remember when he missed the layup?
The finger
They
roll,
wanted
yeah.
him go. They wanted him gone. They were sending Patrick Ewing death threats. He said it out himself. He said it himself. I was getting death threats from his own fan base.
That's crazy.
Listen, Carmelo Anthony, as much as everybody love Carmelo Anthony now, ain't nobody love him when he was a Knick.
That's a fact.
When he was playing, ain't nobody loved Carmelo Anthony. You know how many arguments I got into because of Carmelo Anthony and defending him? He don't play no defense. Carmelo Anthony's a bum. Trade him. He doesn't get his players involved. Knick fans hated Carmelo Anthony, and now they want his jersey in the Raptors.
Yeah,
In the
no.
rafters. They want to retire his jersey, and everybody loves Melo now. But when he was playing, nobody loved him. I remember this. I used to go to war when it came to Patrick Ewing, when it came to fucking Carmelo Anthony, and when it comes to Julius Randle. I go to bat for these guys because these guys want to be here. These guys came here. They trying to turn this franchise around. And when I see the fan base flipping on them, I kind of get defensive. So when I seen Julius Randle flip off the fans, I'm like, yeah, yeah. It's about time somebody sticks up for themselves and fucking tells these fans to shut the fuck up and gives them the thumbs down because some of them deserve it. Well, I remember I was on the panel one day and there was a lady who was at the game. I think you was here. I think you was on the panel with me. It was me, you, and T Tom, if I'm not mistaken. And the lady was like, yo, they were booing his family so
Oh
bad that the
yeah,
wife and kid got up and they had to escort them out the arena.
yeah,
Security had to take Julius Randle's wife and kid and walk them out because the fans were ridiculous
yeah,
towards his own family. You know, like and I don't know, man. We got to do better. as a
Yeah,
fan
no,
base.
we absolutely have to
We
do
gotta
better
do
as
better,
fans. And
man.
I mean, that's why, like, once that season passed, and I told you, right? Like, right before the next season, right before last season started, what I said, we starting with a clean slate,
Yup.
no more negative, because I was one of them. Like, I took that thumbs down personal because I love this team so much. You know what I mean? So I took it personal, like, bro, you've only been here a couple of years. We've given our all as fans for forever. Like, I'm a fourth generation Knicks fan. Like, this ain't no
Mm-hmm.
game to me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I took that shit personal on top of you not playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it on the shows that season over and over again. Like, I know he's better than this because I watched him in LA and in New Orleans. Like, I don't understand this Randall that we're seeing right now.
You
So
know
I
the
was
problem.
very hard on him. But when you sit back and see his growth as a player and as a teammate, and the fact that he wants to be here and win here, he could have jumped ship after Atlanta.
I want out of here. Trade me.
Oh, y'all not gonna give me help? I'm out of here.
Yup.
He didn't need to sign no extension, and he didn't need to sign a generous ass extension.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need
Word.
to save us money to sign everybody else we've signed and still have space to bring in someone else. He didn't have to do that. He could have said, "I'ma eat. Fuck this team. Fuck y'all fans. Fuck everything else. I need my bread because I'm worth it, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
out." And
You know.
again, you think about it. Who do you replace him with? You can't. You can't give us a name of someone in
Mm-hmm.
his salary bracket that we're replacing him with. So until you can, we keeping him. I'm not moving
Mm-hmm.
him. I don't
Nah,
care
that's
how many
true.
more thumbs down he gives us. I'm sold on it,
Yeah, and like think about the money that he left on the table. He left a lot of money on the table.
bro.
He left a lot of money on the table. He was he was en route for a max contract.
Yeah,
We could have gave him 200 million, 200 somewhat million, and he was like, "Nah, just give me 100 million, take the rest, and get me some help."
yeah.
That's what he did, you know. And we've seen, like you said, we've seen growth. He could have packed it up right after that series, like KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Then and said, "Yo, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Trade me,
Right,
please. Trade, yo, get me out of here, please."
right,
But what he did say was, "You know what? I'm bulletproof now."
right.
You heard the last. If you heard the, and yo, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. The way he's playing right now, if he keeps playing, yo, there's a team out there that would pay him.
The Knicks will pay him.
The Knicks will pay him. The Knicks will pay him.
I
But
mean, when
there's
you look at
what?
the salaries right now, they said Carl Anthony Towns, right? So
Right.
this season, Randall's making 25-6.
Carl Anthony Towns is making like 40 something.
He's making 36.
36.
But when you go past this season, next season, Randall makes 27-5.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Anthony Towns is making 49-7.
Yup.
Then we go to the next season, 25-26. Randall's making 29-4. Carl
That's
Anthony
a
Towns
fact.
making 53.
It's ridiculous. His contract is ridiculous. And look, he might shoot the three better than him. He might shoot the three better than Julius Randle. I'll give you that. But everything else, Julius Randle does.
Yeah,
Everything else, the same
yeah, but
thing.
and he's not bullying in the paint the way Randall does.
Nah, he don't do that. He don't do that. He don't do that. See, like this year, he making 30s. Yeah, you're right. He making 36, and then next year is when the big boy contract starts
Yeah,
kicking in. 49-7, 53-6, 57-6, 61-6. That's crazy.
yeah. There's no way.
That's crazy. and you still getting 20, 10, and 5 from Julius Randle at 20 million less,
Right.
30 million less. And you know
I'm
what?
good.
If you look at Julius Randle, he's shooting less threes and he's taking them, he's playing more bully ball as we wanted him to do. All
Yeah.
we ask from Julius Randle is you play bully ball, abuse the guy, take it to the basket. He's done that so much better this year than previous years,
Mhm.
where before he turned into a three-point shooter. Now he he was watching film in the off season and said, and he realized like, yo,
Mhm.
I need to change my game around. He did absolutely that. And the
Yeah.
numbers are sure. If you look at the last 20 games, he probably had like maybe three bad games in those 20 games.
Mhm.
He was putting up star numbers.
Yeah.
He was putting up star numbers. That's a fact, Nino. You know Tibbs don't really smile like that. He don't. He don't smile at all.
Right.
He don't smile at all, you know. But on this Knicks team, we don't need Julius Randle to shoot. We got Jalen Brunson. We got Dante DiVincenzo, who's shooting like crazy from the 3-point line, even though he's been struggling as of late.
Yeah.
You know, you got Grimes who could shoot. Even Deuce McBride is shooting threes now,
Yeah.
knocking down threes. So really, like it, and you got OG Anunoby, who's a 3-point sniper. So
Yeah.
you really don't need Julius Randle to shoot the three. What you need Julius Randle to do is play bully ball 100% of the time. That's why a lot of fucking players struggle against Julius Randle when he
Yeah.
starts playing bully ball. When he starts that bully ball shit, ain't nobody. As a matter of fact, even though we lost the game, that game against the Bucks when he put a 41 against Giannis, he was making Giannis look little.
Yeah. Yeah.
He made Giannis look little. I never seen Giannis so flustered. Like, let's be real. Let's call it what it is. Like, he
Yeah.
was looking, oh shit, this nigga's kicking my ass. Julius Randle fucked him up in that game. And don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, he gave Julius work too. He gave Julius work too. But Julius Randle fucked him up.
Facts.
We got to put some respect on Julius Randle, bro. You know? We
Mm.
got to put some respect on Julius Randle. I like look at Carl Anthony Towns' playoffs number. Everybody complain about Julius Randle in the playoffs, but look at Carl Anthony Towns when it comes to the playoffs. Look at his numbers. Complete drop, complete.
Mhm.
His playoff record is terrible, and his numbers are not that good. I looked at his stats when he was in the playoffs last year, and I said, "Man, this looked like Julius Randle." The same numbers Julius Randle put up in the playoffs. Go look at Carl Anthony Towns numbers in the playoffs, and you'd be like, "Holy shit! Imagine
Yeah.
me paying this nigga $60 million and he give me this. Oh, I'm gonna be tight."
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I was frustrated with Julius Randle last year in the playoffs, but he did play with a bad ankle.
Yeah.
He re-injured the ankle. He re-injured the ankle and kept playing. You know, So I don't know, man. I rather take my chances with Julius Randle than Carl Anthony Towns, to be honest with you. You know, and to one of the points that you brought up earlier, people forget Julius Randle was with World Wide West and Neon Rose when we recruited Jalen Brunson. He got on that plane and went to Dallas
Facts.
and was like, yo, I want you to come play with me. Pause.
Facts.
Because that's a pause right there. That sounded crazy. That sounded kind of crazy. But what player does that?
Right.
Anybody
Rip.
that can't, anybody that says like, because really like, if you don't want to be here, you're not going on a take. You're not going on your free time
Well, I
to go
mean, Dallas
recruit
is his
somebody.
home. So I
Yeah.
think the Knicks used that to try to be on the low, right? Like, well, he
Mm-hmm.
went home to watch a game, whatever, no big deal. But having Worldwide West there kind of,
It's
you
a
know,
huge pull. Facts,
kind of
facts,
kind of
huge
gave it
pause.
away. And I mean, to be honest, everyone knew it was coming. Once we hire Rick, I said, "Oh, I already know the next move." We already knew. You know what I mean? Like there was
Mm-hmm,
no way
mm-hmm,
we was bringing on Rick without knowing for sure we was about to get Jalen.
mm-hmm. Nah,
Um, but I agree. He even though he's from Dallas, he don't live out here. He don't have a
mm-hmm.
house out here, so he didn't need to come to the go to that game and show Brunson like, yeah, we want you over there.
Facts. He live out here in New York.
Right. And even when he said yesterday on a post game, when Brunson was hurt, he said, I called him and told him, bro, I need you to come back. Like, get your ass back on this court because I need you.
Yo, and people forget. People forget that on a podcast with Paul George, he said it himself. I'm okay with being the third option on this
Yeah,
team. If I have to be the third option on this team, that is okay. I'm okay with it.
right.
I'm okay with it.
He just wants to win, and
He
I've
just
learned
wants.
that over these last couple of seasons. Like that's why I've taken my guard down with him a little bit because he's doing whatever we need from
Hmm.
him to win, and that's all you can ask for as a fan.
Nino, rant time, rant time. I saw. I so wish I had that button, man. I swear to God. My thing, people were destroying him about this, right? Oh, he went to the Dallas game and that's why we lost. He didn't. He was mad because the Dallas Cowboys lost, and that's why. I'm like, yo, I'm not saying you said that, I'm not saying you said that, but I seen that a lot. I seen that a lot on Twitter. I seen that a lot in these Facebook groups, and I'm saying to myself, man, is that man that a man can't go, whether he went to the game or not? We had a point in time when a man can't spend family time with his own son and take his own son to a football game. That's what we doing now.
It's just people picking. It's
Yo,
just
it's
people
like
picking because I mean, when didn't Brunson come to a game in the
he went
Eagles
to the
jersey?
Eagles. Yeah, he a Eagles fan,
Right. Didn't he
right?
like come to a game to a Knicks game in the Eagles jersey?
Yeah, I
I
I,
mean,
I was
they ain't
really
no
kind of.
different than
I
the
ain't gonna
Cowboy. And let's not
listen.
act like Melo not a Ravens fan.
Listen, I'm okay with Ravens, but I'm not okay with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Okay,
I mean,
but I'm not.
he
I'm
from
not.
Dallas.
Listen, that's
And trust
okay
me,
with
I
me.
live out here. They
Listen,
everybody from out here is Cowboys fan.
listen. I'm okay with all that. I'm okay with all that. Because I can't knock you for who you root for. I can't. If Jalen Brunson is an Eagles fan, so be it. If Julius Randle is a Cowboy fan, so be it. But the fact that people are destroying them or destroying him, oh, he was at the Cowboys game. So what?
Right.
So what? You telling me that he cannot take his? This is an important game for. I hate the Cowboys. But as a fan, when you see your team in the playoffs, you like if you can take your son, not just some random friends. Yo, I'm
Yeah.
going with my guys. It's 20 of us, and I'm going with my two kids and my wife
Yeah.
to a football game. And y'all out here nitpicking and blaming him for a loss because he went to a football game with his family.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Like we gotta
Yeah,
stop with that. That's ridiculous. Let that man enjoy his life. Life is life, and basketball is basketball.
yeah, yeah. I think we just have to, as fans, need to chill. Like
Yeah.
one thing that really makes me look at fans a certain way is, I go because I live in Dallas. I go to different arenas that are nearby, so I can see as many games as I can throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
And so this last Dallas game, we went and someone had on a Julius Randle high school shirt. Like the love is so real from fans elsewhere. When I go to
Mm-hmm.
Houston, and it didn't even dawn on me last year when we went to Houston, and I'm looking around and I'm like, why the fuck so many people got Grimes jerseys on? And I had to, and then I said it to my boyfriend while we were at the concession stand, and the lady in front of me, she had a Grimes jersey on. And she goes, "You forget he's from out here?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, my bad." But
Like,
like,
like
we're so hard on our guys for no reason. Like,
I was just disappointed. I was just like, yo, you gotta be shitting me, man.
yeah,
Like this
that's
man,
ridiculous.
it's like, okay, we gotta lock him up in one room and you ain't going nowhere.
And
Not even
you
you
about to
ain't
be
even
a Giants fan.
yeah, you not supposed to go and spend time with your family, Julius Randle. The next time you go spend time with your family, Julius, we're finding you.
Right.
Like, are you shitting me, bro? Is it that bad? Like, y'all hate this man so much that y'all complaining about him spending time with his family on a football game?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's it's ridiculous. It's childish. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know. I digress. I digress. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm
Facts.
a, I'm gonna close this up because we almost going on
2 hours.
the word. So you got anything else to say before we take off?
No, I mean, we play the Raptors next game. I mean, we got to come out strong. We got to play Knicks basketball. We need to move the ball. It's going to be emotional for players. It's going to be emotional for fans. I hope fans show them love. They deserve
Mm-hmm.
love, but not overly love. Like I said last game, I don't wish bad on them. I want them to succeed. They're young. They're our kids. We've rooted for them hard. But at the end of the day, they're not Knicks anymore. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like we could watch, but cheering for them as if they were players, our players, I ain't with it. And so I hope fans show them they love during opening, and then that's it. They enemies at the end of the day now. But I need the Knicks definitely not to come out the way we look tonight. And I need them to, play our game, because if we play our game, we gonna fuck up Toronto.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 1000%. Don't take them lightly. From start to finish, we gotta play 4 quarters. We can't come out, um, with no energy. We gotta start off this game at, you know,
Yep.
what's good, my people? It's Gene. What's good? What's good, Gene? Appreciate you, man. We about to take off. Um, we usually come on right after the game. Most of the time, we come on like right after. Um, I would say what the game usually finishes like around 10 o'clock or so, right? 9:30, 10 o'clock. So yeah, usually after the game we do our recap. But yeah, man,
You
just
can subscribe to our YouTube. It'll give you notification.
hit that little notification bell, and anytime we up, you'll get it. So but yeah, don't take Toronto lightly. They still got some good players. You still got Gary Trent Jr. over there. Scotty Scott's what you
Scotty
call it?
Barnes.
Scotty Barnes. Now you got Emmanuel quickly and RJ and so and they're gonna come with with a different kind of energy this time around.
Yeah.
Those guys are gonna come with a different, especially Emmanuel quickly and RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
So I hope we don't take them lightly. Um, and just play with the same energy you've been playing, man. That's it. That's
Fact.
why I could say pause, word, pause. But yo, man, I appreciate everybody that pulled up, and for staying here with us for almost 2 hours.
Facts. Thanks for the
Um,
interactions. It gives us life.
word, word, it really does. And for the people that subscribe to our channel, the new subscribers, we appreciate you, coach. I'm just gonna call you coach because I don't want to pronounce say the wrong pronunciation. So I'm gonna say coach. I appreciate you, man. The conversation was great. And we'll see you Saturday after the Toronto game. Yeah,
Facts.
y'all be easy. Follow us on all platforms. We on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. We have a Discord as well. Um, uh,
Spotify.
Spotify. Soon we're gonna we did our first space on the Discord today. We tried it out for the first time. Um, if y'all want, download the Discord and look for us, Nixon Ish, and I'll send y'all. Anytime we do like a space on the discount, y'all more than welcome to come and speak to us personally. And
Facts.
as a matter of fact, soon I'm gonna be throwing the link in the chat like we used to do,
Yeah.
and have an open panel so guys can come up and talk their shit
Facts.
like the way we used to do. Cause I'm
Facts.
noticing a lot of people are doing it now. And
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, y'all watching. Because I remember like we
Yeah.
started that whole shit.
Yeah.
It started on Facebook.
Yeah. That's how I became a
That's
panel member.
word. It started on Facebook. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. It's
Facts.
we're really grateful for it. And yo, listen, y'all enjoy your night. Have a good
Facts.
night. Stay safe.
Big shout
Enjoy
out to
y'all
Tea Time
weekend.
and Fraz.
Word. Big shout out to Tea Time and Fraz. Shout out to Tea Time, man, for allowing us to be able to push this Nixon ish content
Facts.
and anytime we want. So shout out to him. And
Facts.
shout out to BJ too. I
Facts.
got nothing but love for everybody, for my conglomerate people. One love, good night, stay blessed. Be easy. Let's go
Later.
Knicks.